Hey YouTubers, welcome back to the channel. Today is Stephen King's 77th birthday. So I decided to do a video of my Stephen King adaptation movie collection. So as you can see, I'm starting off with Carrie because this was I think was the first film released. Now I'm going to try to go by year. I believe this is 1976. I may not remember every single year, or maybe they'll be mixed up, but just try to bear with me. So yeah, this is all my Stephen King adaptation movie collection. So I'm just gonna go really brief. I'm not gonna like sit and talk about every single one. This is Carrie. This is from 1976. I love Carrie. I love Carrie. This is a classic. This is a Screen Factory Blu-ray release, and I can't say anything bad about this film. I like it. Yeah, so Carrie, one of the early adaptations of Stephen King. Very, very good film. Yeah, it's a must-own. This one is really a must-own. So Carrie. All right. Next, we have a miniseries. This is, I believe, 1979. Again, I may not remember the year it was released, but I may make some mistakes here and there, so bear with me. I believe this is 1979, if I'm not mistaken. And this is a mini series. I haven't seen this one in a long time, but I remember really enjoying it back in the day when I was a kid, watching it on TV. Salem's Lot. Yeah, it's a good film. I probably will watch it this October for spooky season. So Salem's Lot. All right, 1980. The Shining. This is directed by Stanley Kubrick. Oh man, I love The Shining. Such a great movie. Probably one of my favorite ghost movies. The Shining. Shelley Duvall, Jack Nicholson, great cast. Yeah, this is 1980. The Shining. All right, moving on to 1982, Creepshow. One of my favorite anthology films. This was a classic. This is amazing. You got 5 different stories, and they're all great. I love every single one of these. This is of course, George Romero helped out, but this is a Stephen King adaptation. This is released in 1982, and I love this set, by Scream Factory, and then you have the iconic original poster. You got the back. I mean, this is so cool. I mean, check it out. I mean, it comes with a nice book. So I love this film. It's such a good film. You got Leslie Nielsen in one of the stories. Very, very good movie. I remember watching it on HBO when I was a little kid, when it was released in '82. I was like 10 years old when I saw it. I was so happy that I grew up in the '80s, because I got to see all these great movies back in the day when they were when they were just being released. So yeah, Creepshow, 1982. Okay, moving on to 1983, I believe, and it's Cujo. I love Cujo. It freaked me out when I was a kid when I saw it. I mean, you have a mom and her son trapped in a car. The car wasn't working, so they took it to this mechanic, and they're not home. And their rabid dog, a big Saint Bernard, is there, and the mom and the son, they can't even get out of the car. They try to get out, and the dog attacks them, like attacks the mom, and man, it's so brutal. It's a brutal movie, and this is released by Kino Lorber, and this is their 4K. Yeah, and I recently saw it because I was curious about the 4K transfer, and it looked amazing. It looked really good. So yeah, this is one of my top 10 Stephen King adaptation films. 1983, Cujo. All right, I think this is also from 1983. This is The Dead Zone with good old Christopher Walken. This is another one by Scream Factory. I haven't seen this one in a while. I haven't even seen the Blu-ray yet. But man, it's been years since I've seen it. I like The Dead Zone. I remember enjoying it. This is the original artwork. I have to rewatch it because it's like I said, it's been a long time, and so I can't wait to rewatch that one. So you got The Dead Zone, more from 1983. John Carpenter's Christine. I love Christine. this is another one that I would probably put in my top 10 Stephen King adaptations. Maybe I should do a top 10 ranking as well. But yeah, Christine is a classic. Christine is amazing. This possessed car, just demonic car, killing people. And then this nerdy kid, buys the car, and even he starts to change, he's so, in love with the car, and the car is kind of in love with him. And oh man, it's, it's really good. And John Carpenter directed it, so it makes it even more fun. I love John Carpenter. He's one of my favorite directors. And this has to be one of my favorite Stephen King adaptations. So I would really rank it there on the top 10, So yeah, 1983, Christine. All right, coming up in 1984, Children of the Corn. This is by Arrow Video. I remember watching this one when I was a kid, during the HBO days when HBO would premiere these movies for the first time, and I liked Children of the Corn. I can't speak of the sequels because I saw one of them and I didn't like it. This is the only one for me. The original is the only one for me. I don't even own the sequels. I'll just stick to the original. The original is a classic. I like Children of the Corn. I don't think I would put it on my top 10, maybe top 15 or top 20, but it's an okay film. It's not that bad. All right. This is another one from 1984, and it's Firestarter with a very young Drew Barrymore. I think she was, I can't remember how old she was, but she was maybe like 8 or 9, or maybe 10. I can't remember, but she was this one came out 2 years after E.T. So in E.T., I think she was like around 6. I can't remember. So, and this one she must have been like 8 or 9. I'm not sure, but you got Heather Locklear as well. Heather Locklear also comes out a bit. She didn't have a big role, but she does come out in it. I love Firestarter. This is a good film about this little girl who has like this, I don't know, like some powers, and she can, cause fires. Like very. So yeah, Firestarter from 1984. All right. Now we're going into 1985, and we have Silver Bullet with a very young Corey Haim. Corey Haim plays this handicapped kid. He's in a wheelchair. His uncle is Gary Busey, and his uncle is kind of a crazy uncle. He's always drinking and stuff, and Corey Haim sees a werewolf, and it's a good movie. It's probably one of my favorite werewolf movies, right below American Werewolf in London and The Howling, of course. But this one will also be one of my top 10 Stephen King adaptations. I grew up with the Silver Bullet, and there's the original artwork. This is another one by Scream Factory. I love Silver Bullet. Great movie. The cast is great, and it's good. It's a good movie. Corey Haim did amazing, and he was only about 11, I think, 10 or 11 years old. All right, moving into 1986, and we have Maximum Overdrive. I believe this is the only film that Stephen King directed, and this film is bonkers, man. This film it's fun. but it's very, very crazy. And Stephen King was not all there when he was directing this movie. He was high up on cocaine. And that's what I read, that he was doing cocaine and he directed this movie while he was on cocaine or something like that. That's why the movie's really bonkers. I love it. You got Emilio Estevez in this film, and this is by Best Drawn Video Collection, and I love the artwork. I love the slipcover. There's Emilio right there. Yeah, Maximum Overdrive. It's fun. This is 1986. So much fun. If you all haven't seen it, check it out because this is the only one I can remember that Stephen King directed. And like I said, he was high up on cocaine when at least that's what I read. I don't know if it's true, but I want to say I kind of believe it because the movie is it's crazy. All right, another one from 1986, Stand By Me. I love Stand By Me. And Stephen King's novels are not just horror. He's done different genres, and this is one of them. Stand By Me is amazing. And there you have four kids who are trying to look for this dead body, and you got River Phoenix, you got Corey Feldman, Kiefer Sutherland's also in this. Such a great cast. Jerry O'Connell, Will Wheaton, who plays Gordy. It's amazing. It's a good movie. I love Stand By Me. This is another one that I would probably put in my top 10. I grew up with this film, and most of these guys are like my age. They're like my age. So when this movie came out, I was like 13, and that's how these kids were. So I can relate to this film. So it's such a good movie. Yeah, and the setting is in the 50s. The setting is in the 50s, and you can tell by the cars, the music, the soundtrack is awesome. All these 50s classic songs are such a good movie, man. If you haven't seen Stand By Me, check it out, man. It's such a good movie. All right, now we're going into 1987. We got Creepshow 2. The sequel to the original Creepshow. This one only had like 3 stories. Not as good as the first one, but I still enjoyed it. I still enjoyed Creepshow 2. Yeah, all 3 stories are great in this one. This is by Arrow, and it's been a while since I've seen it, but I remember the raft. That segment or that story was one of my favorites. And then the one about the Indian became my favorite over the years. It was the raft, and then the one about the Indian. I don't remember the name of that story, but I grew to love that one even more as I was getting older. So yeah, Creepshow 2 in 1987. I think this is from 1987. This is The Running Man, and this is another one that is another one of Stephen King's adaptations that is not a horror film. I believe this is more like a sci-fi. You got Arnold Schwarzenegger. This is a classic. I love this movie. It's pretty good. It's been a long time since I've seen it. I haven't even seen the 4K. I have not seen it. This is a pretty cool steelbook. I know there's a standard edition, but I ended up getting the steelbook because it was released first, and then they released the standard couple of months or a couple of years later or something like that. But I liked that it came with a slipcover. Yeah, this is a good one. I have to rewatch this one. The Running Man. All right, this is from 1989, and this is Pet Sematary. This is a good one. I love Pet Sematary. You got an amazing cast. You got about a little boy who gets run over, and the dad and the mom, they go through a hard time, losing their kid, and then there's like this cemetery that, I don't know, it's like, I don't know, it brings back the dead, and they brought up the cat, they brought up, there's a cat right there, they brought up the little boy, but it wasn't the same little boy. I mean, he was evil, it's a good movie. Yeah, this is the 4K. This is actually the Blu-ray slipcover, but I upgraded, and the 4K didn't come with a slip, so I kept the Blu-ray slipcover, because it was actually the same artwork. So yeah, I kept the slipcover. But yeah, this is another one that I would probably put in my top 10. Pet Cemetery, the original, 1989. I believe this is 89 now. So yeah, Pet Cemetery. All right, now I think we're moving into the 90s. So yeah, another miniseries. Stephen King's It. Pennywise with what's his name? I can't believe I forgot his name. Oh my god, I went a blank. Tim Curry. Oh my god, I was like brain freeze. Great cast. You got John Ritter. You got an amazing cast in this one. Tim Curry played an amazing Pennywise. He will always be Pennywise. I remember watching this one on TV. I was a senior in high school when it came out, 1990. I was already a senior. Loved it. Freaked me out as a teenager, and I got to rewatch it because it's been a while. I think the last time I saw it might have been like 3 years ago. During the spooky season of 3 years, I actually watched it, but it's time for a rewatch, I think. Yeah, this is a good one. This is a good mini series. All right. Moving on to still 1990, we got Tales from the Dark Side, another anthology film. I believe this could have been Creepshow 3. I think this could have been Creepshow 3. I love the stories. They're all great. You got another story about a cat. Yeah, this is a good one. I remember watching it, back in the day when it came out. I was 1990. This is my senior year in high school. This is another one by Scream Factory. Yeah, Tales from the Dark Side. Great movie, great anthology film. Yeah, can't go wrong. Another one from 1990, Graveyard Shift. Another great one. And this is another one by Scream Factory. Scream Factory's they released a lot of Stephen King adaptation movies. This is another good one. It's been a while since I've seen this one too, so it's definitely time for a rewatch. I did see the Blu-ray when Scream Factory released it, and I still enjoyed it. I still enjoyed the movie. Yeah, 1990 Graveyard Shift. More of 1990. We got Misery. Oh man, this movie. Such a good movie. James Caan, Kathy Bates. Oh man, Kathy Bates was amazing in this film. She was psychotic. James Caan had an accident or something like that. I think he's a writer, if I can remember, because it's been a while since I've seen it, so kind of bear with me. She was obsessed with one of his novels or stories or something like that, and she was upset about one of his stories, and man, I think she was like a nurse or something like that. I can't remember, but man, she was, you know, torturing the poor dude, man. And there's a scene where she gets a sledgehammer and she smashes his foot. She puts like something between his feet, like a board. I don't know what it was, and then she just smashes it with the sledgehammer. Like, oh, that scene was fucking brutal. And here's the original artwork. I mean, damn, such a good movie. This is another one released by Scream Factory. And there's James Caan. He's helpless. I mean, he can't really do much. He's on the bed. He's like, man. And Kathy Bates is just like torturing the poor dude. Great movie. I need to rewatch that one for sure. But man, it's such a great film. All right, moving on to, okay, I think this is 92. I think it's 92. I could be wrong, but maybe it's 92. Sleepwalkers, Stephen King Sleepwalkers. Such a good movie. This is a fun one. It's got some weird practical effects, it's from the early 90s. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen this one. I do remember enjoying it. Another one by Scream Factory, released by Scream Factory. It's a good movie. If y'all haven't seen it, check it out. Let me know what you all think of it, or if you've seen it, let me know what you think of it. Not his best, not his one of my favorite Stephen King adaptations, but it's fun. It's a fun watch. I enjoyed it. At least I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty cool. So yeah, Sleepwalkers. This is by Kino Lorber. This is 1993, I believe. Needful Things. It's man, I haven't seen this one either in such a long time, so I can't. I haven't even seen this 4K of Kino. Yeah, 1993. I remember really liking this movie. It's really good. And there you got the reversible artwork. You got Ed Harris. He's amazing. Yeah, this is a good one. I gotta rewatch it, man. I remember liking it. Yeah, let me know what you all think of Needful Things. Yeah, this is 1993. So many good adaptation Stephen King movies, right? Okay, I believe this is 94 or 95. I can't remember, but it's the Shawshank Redemption. Man, this is such a good movie. You got Tim Robbins, you got Morgan Freeman. Everybody talks about this one. I believe I would put this one on my top 10 as well. This is a good one. It's been a while since I've seen it, so I got to rewatch it. But I remember thinking that this movie is probably one of my favorites of that year. I believe it's 95, 94, 95. I can't remember, but it's probably one of my favorites that came out that year, The Shawshank Redemption. Such a good movie. It shows you that Stephen King does not just write about horror. All right, I believe this is 1996. Thinner. I remember watching this one at the theaters. This man gets cursed, and the man is like overweight, and he just starts to lose weight. He starts to lose a lot of weight, but then again, he's eating a lot, but he's just losing weight. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm looking better or whatever, but actually he's not, and so he's got to find the guy that put the curse. There he is. That's the guy that cursed the dude, and man, it's a good movie. Yeah, I remember watching it at the theaters when it came out. Yeah, The Dinner, 1996. Then we got 1999, The Green Mile. Man, this one is a good movie. You got an amazing cast in this one. Tom Hanks, rest in peace, the big man. Michael, I forgot his last name, but yeah, Michael Clark Duncan. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, it's so sad that he passed away. And this movie is very sad. Very sad movie. Yeah, like he's in prison for a crime that he did not commit. They're on death row. And one of the guards, man, is such a dick, man. The little guy, man. There was one of the guards, man. He was such a man. Yeah, this is a good movie, and he's got like this special gift. I mean, he's got a gift, and I don't know. It's very sad movie. But yeah, if you all haven't seen The Green Mile, man, you need to definitely need to check it out. Good movie. All right. I'm not too sure about the years of the following ones, but I know they were already like in the 2000s. You got 1408. You got Samuel L. Jackson, John Cusack, supernatural stuff. Man, it's been a long time since I've seen this movie. I remember it was pretty freaky, man. Pretty creepy movie. Yeah, John Cusack is in this. What is it? A hotel or I don't know what it is. Apartment. I can't remember. But he's in room 1408, and a lot of things start happening. Yeah, it's like a supernatural, man. I need to revisit this one because it's been years. But yeah, it's a good one. I remember liking it. Then we got Stephen King, The Mist. This is another one that I haven't seen in years. I really enjoy The Mist. I'm not too crazy about the ending, man. The ending just, man, it kind of ruined the movie for me. So because of that, I would probably not rank this one in my top 10, probably top 20. But it's good. It's a good movie. But man, the ending just didn't do it for me. And this 4K set, man. It comes with the Blu-rays. It comes with also the black and white versions in 4K and in Blu-ray. So you got like 4 discs. You got the 4K in color, the 4K in black and white, the Blu-ray in color, and the Blu-ray in black and white. Uh, yeah, and I haven't seen it in a long time, but it's a good movie. It's sci-fi horror where these people get trapped in this grocery store. There's like a, like a mist, like a fog, and there's like this weird creature, like an alien outside, and it's like killing people. And oh man, it's really good. But the ending, if you all seen it, let me know what you think about the ending, because the ending for me just just ruined it. And I think there's an alternate ending, and I think the alternate ending wasn't good either. I didn't really like the alternate ending as well. So I was like, man, what the hell? So yeah, The Mist. I believe that was already like in the 2010s, I believe, or I don't know. I can't remember the years. All right, the next last movies, they're either sequels or prequels or remakes. I mean, because you got the Carrie remake. I like this lenticular slipcover. Look at that, man. That looks really cool. I can't say about the movie. Man, compared to the original, this one is not nearly as good. And if you like the remake, that's good. I mean, that's cool. Everybody likes, everybody has their own opinions. I I thought it was okay, but it's not that great. I have to give it another chance. I'll give it another chance. Uh, I'll I'll give it a rewatch at some point. But I don't remember. I remember not really liking it as much. I guess because I saw the original so many times that I really love the original. So when I saw this one, I'm like, it's all right. But yeah, let me know what you think. I mean, do you like the original Carrie better than the remake, or do you like the remake better? But I love the lenticular slipcover. That I do like. That I do like. All right, next up we got The Dark Tower with Matthew McConaughey and what's his name? Idris. I might butch his name. Elba. They're great in this film. It's a great movie. This is kind of like a fantasy. So I mean, Stephen King, his adaptations are all over the place. Are different genres. I thought this one was okay, but again, it's been a while since I've seen it. So I gotta rewatch it as well. But yeah, it's not that bad. It's not. I don't think it was that bad. Yeah, The Dark Tower. Then we got another remake. We got It. You know what? I gotta admit, I enjoyed this remake. I thought it was pretty good. And I'm not too crazy about remakes that were already done in the 2010s, but this one was okay. This one was okay. Of course, Pennywise, Tim Curry. He will always be my Pennywise. This one was more like CGI in certain parts of the film, and that's what and kind of like Carrie. I grew up on the original It, so this one wasn't not like the original. But you know what? I like this remake better than the Carrie remake. I think this one was better. So if I were to rank the remakes, this one would probably be. I like this one better than the Carrie remake. Yeah, this one was okay. I actually quite enjoyed this one. All right, next up we got It Chapter 2. Now, this one was kind of a letdown. I didn't really like this one that much. Yeah, I mean, now this is like the kids are now grown up. This is like they're adults now. And Pennywise is, of course, it's every 27 years where he comes out. But I don't know, this one, just, I don't know if, it just didn't do it for me. It just didn't do it for me. Let me know what you all think about It Chapter 2. But I liked the first one, but this one was kind of like, eh. But yeah, I mean, I always like to give movies a second chance. So, I'll give it another watch. Maybe my opinion might change. Maybe I'll like it a little better. But yeah, I don't remember, I remember not really liking it too much, as much as I did the first one. So, uh, next up, another remake, Pet Cemetery. I believe this one came out in. It's already like the late 2010s, maybe 20. Can't remember, 2017 maybe. I can't remember. This one not as good as the original. Again, these remakes have not been as good. I mean, I don't know. That's when remakes started going down for me. Like in the 2000s, the first couple of remakes were really good, like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Hills Have Eyes, The Last House on the Left. The Friday the 13th reboot was actually pretty good. But all these movies, all these remakes that started coming out in the 2010s have gone down for me. I don't know. What do you all think of these remakes nowadays? Like, I don't know. For me, they haven't been that good. So again, I've only seen it once when it came out. So I would give it another chance. I will, I would rewatch it to see what I think. But it just nothing like the original, man. Nothing like the original. So I got two more. 2019, I believe this is 2019. Doctor Sleep. This is the sequel to The Shining. You know what? I actually enjoyed this one. I actually liked this one. This one was pretty good, and I've only seen it once, and I gotta rewatch it. But I remember when I first saw it, I was like, "Whoa!" It was a good time. I had a good time with it. Yeah, this is a good one. And yeah, definitely need to rewatch it, man. But I remember enjoying it a lot. Doctor Sleep. And last but not least, we got The Boogeyman. This one came out last year? Was it 2023? I think it was like 2023, like a year ago. This one was okay. Had a couple of cheap jump scares here and there, but you know what? I had fun with it. I know a lot of people are probably not too fond of it, but I thought it was okay. Not bad at all. So yeah, that was my Stephen King adaptation movie collection. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I actually enjoyed doing it. So happy birthday to Stephen King. It's the 77th birthday. I love Stephen King. I think his novels are actually better than the movies. I mean, a lot of his books are so good. I love the movies too, but the books, man, you can't. I mean, the novels are actually really good. But thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for sticking around. Let me know in the comment section, what are your favorite Stephen King adaptation movies, and because I would love to know. And maybe I should do a Stephen King top 10. I'm thinking about it, but man, it's so hard to choose because I love a lot of them. But again, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around. I appreciate that. So don't forget, if you like what you saw, give me a thumbs up. If you love the content, if you love the channel, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit the bell for more upcoming videos. And if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, the link is on the description down below. I also have a Facebook page, but you can message me on Instagram if you guys want to talk about movies, stuff like that. I'm there, if you want to, So yeah, let me know what are your favorite Stephen King adaptations. Let me know your top 10, top 5, or whatever. And thanks for watching, and stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.